Okay. I straight up have no idea if the audio is working at all. So please let me know. Oh, look what the cat dragged in. Audio's okay. You want your 6 scratch back however many years of friendship? You don't kiss her? Yeah, because I'm always sucking your cock. God. Never win with you. I mean, yeah, you're asleep while I do it, but still. Speaking of sucking cock, hi everyone. Hello. Audio is okay. Yeah. So, the thing with the audio, what I did was I unplugged the cloud lifter, which, if anyone doesn't know what a cloud lifter does, cloud lifter is basically just a way to add 20 decibels of clean audio to the microphone so that you don't have to kind of crank it as far on the mixer, which can kind of add noise. Basically, it's the microphone going straight into the mixer and nothing else. Cam did it again. Stop talking. Oh, okay. Audio is bad? So it's fucked. Okay. I literally haven't touched anything. Okay, so it has to be the mixer. Like, unequivocally, it's the mixer. Did you add the Prignals can resonator? I did, and I don't think it helped. And now it's better. I haven't touched a fucking thing. I'm literally, my hands are here, okay? My hands are here, alright? My hands are here. My hands are up here, okay? Still moving? I am. Wait, you know what's even better? Is like, so I realized that this is like the greatest posing room ever for like muscles. Because I was setting up my desk at night and I put this light on. The light is horrendous. I don't like big light. Big light, not okay. But I saw the reflection in the mirror, in the window, because it was nighttime. So if I put this light on, it'll be horrible. Okay. Oh God. How do I make it darker? Oh, it might flicker. There we go. This, and then you do this. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, it's too bright still. There we go. I'm too white for this. There we go. Look at the difference. Look at that arm. Look at this. And then you turn it off, and you're just like, oh yeah, cool. See no difference? Fuck you, crack. Snotty. Hello. Oh baby. You're the greatest room for muscle pussing. Ugh. Oh yeah. Hi Snotty. Good to see you, Snotty. Hi Scott. Hi Toxic. Hi Quick. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, I have basically eliminated every possibility at this point that it has to be the mixer. Like, it unequivocally. I still haven't ordered a new one. The reason being is I was like, oh, I just want to get the cheap one. And then I realized because of my compressor, I need something that has an insert in order to use the compressor. Because before the stream, I've spent like an hour, 2 hours trying to fix the audio. So I can't run I can run the microphone into the compressor and then into the mixer. But the problem is I can't control the gain on the microphone to make it loud enough before it goes to the compressor. And the cloud lifter requires phantom power. So I can't give it phantom power to go into the compressor unless I buy it. It's just like, no. I have like $7. I could do that. Compressor has no 48. No, it doesn't add that. It's a DBX266XS. So I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. But it's not the most expensive compressor. It's a very entry-level compressor. So take that for what you will. But yeah, my process was it microphone to cloud lifter, adds 20 decibels of clean audio, and then the insert sends the audio out. So once it's been like made a volume that's useful, sends it out into the compressor and brings it back, and then everything's done on top of it, right? So the only thing I can do is send it through. Well, I can send the microphone through the compressor, but then I have to add the gain on the mixer after it's been compressed. So it's just gonna fuck it, right? It's not gonna do a good job. So right now it's microphone into mixer, into the channel we used yesterday. So it's not in the ones that we've used before that were broken. It runs through, and then I'm adding gain in OBS, and I'm adding a compressor filter in OBS. So that's it. It's the mixer. It's the mixer. Solution is donating all computer audio stuff to you and starting over. Sounds good. Fucking take it, man. I'm sick of this mixer. I guarantee there's something that will work. What's this one? Yeah, see, that one compressor is like more expensive than my entire setup. But yeah, again, it's that thing of like I both want to invest in my audio, but I just don't know what I need / want, right? I'm not gonna spend $2,000 on my audio. It's just, sorry, the channel's just not at that point, right? I'm not making enough videos, if any, right now. The stream, you know, just to be very candid, like the stream averages 4 to 8 viewers. So spending a ton of money on it. Speaking of 8 viewers, hi Karen, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome on in, everyone. How was your stream? Can I get a shout out for Estelis, please, Toxic? Well, it's an amp and a compressor. Yeah, true. I guess if I get the compressor, it was fun and a shout out. No, go check out Karen. She's great. She makes fun of me all the time. She's great, but who doesn't? I'll give you an address in Halifax area next month, Sunday too. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just want to get rid of it. I'm sick of this mixer. It was great for a long time, and now it's just fucked. So, I think what I might do then, Crack, is I'll see if I can get the one you just linked. If you could send it me on Discord, that'd be great, so I can look at it after. Or I guess I can just, because I don't usually do a lot of my like researching stuff on my PC. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Crack. I will look at seeing if I can get one of those, because essentially then I can just get the compressor and then just get an audio interface, right? That's all I need. I don't need anything else beyond that. Like in terms of that level, right? Because I mean, I really like the DBX. I really do. I think I got it because I got it with this mixer, and it all kind of made sense as a package, right? Because it's like, okay, this mixer has an insert. What does that do? Oh, it goes into a compressor. Sweet, right? If I was using, I mean, the other thing that I have that I could just use, but again, it doesn't have, I'll have to check if it has phantom power. If it has phantom power, it's a very different story. But I have like a AT2020 as well, a Rode AT2020, which are fine, but it's not going to sound as good as this, you know. Serious about sending you the Scar for free, it's better than nothing. The thing is, Crack, you know what's the worst part about it is I appreciate you doing that. It will get stopped at customs, and I will have to pay like $200 for duty on the item. I'm not kidding. Canada fucking sucks when it comes to import stuff. Like, for example, this plastic helmet, right? It's all plastic with a little bit of metal, right? I'd pay $70 duty on this. I'd pay $70 just for it to be imported, because anything over $20 that comes into Canada gets taxed through the fucking anus. So, yeah, even just for that. Yeah. It's genuinely the biggest piece of shit. Canada, when it comes to taxes, is a fucking scam. Anything over $20. I think the threshold should be $500. What if Craig did? Oh yeah, and then we can kiss on the mouth. The thing that Scott keeps getting upset at me about that I'm not doing anymore. Send Crack over. Yeah, there we go. Problem solved. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Everything in Canada is so expensive in a skewed way of like, yes, we have like healthcare and things like that. It can take a long time. We don't have enough doctors because they don't pay them enough, so they all leave to the US. So there's like caveats with that. But it's like our taxes are higher. We have to pay fees on top of fees for everything that's imported. When it comes to even like restaurants and things like that, I'm not saying that staff shouldn't be paid better, but when it comes to restaurants, people who work as a server at a restaurant, it's not like the US where they make $2.30 an hour and they live on tips. They're paid like a minimum wage of like $18 to $20 an hour. And then on top of that, you're expected to tip like 20% now, 18 to 22%. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, everything is expensive for like no reason. So like, yeah, they tax you on everything they possibly can. It's fucking crazy. It's like the one thing that drives me a little nuts. They earn good. Oh, you can make more money. There's like, it's really hard to get a serving job as a bartender or anything like that in Canada, because you can make like 80 to 90K as a server in Canada. You can make 80 to 90K, which is more than most office jobs, right? In the US, it's not the same. The US is not the same because your base rate's like $2, right? So you might get tips, you might get a livable wage. That's what I mean, because after a certain age, it's very hard to still be a server depending on where you work, right? It is more skewed towards younger, attractive people, because those are the people that will bring in more people who will buy the food and tip and things like that, right? It's a bit of a heavily skewed system, so it's not like a job that you can just do till you're like 50, right? Also, I think a lot of people wouldn't want to do that till they're like 50, unless they're like a restaurant manager or thing like that, like an air steward. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you see people that still do that at that age, and that's totally fine, because that's a career that they really love and they want to do because they get to travel, right? But there's so many things with being like an air steward that, for example, you only get paid as soon as the plane door closes. So like, you could be on call, you could get to the airport, the flight could be delayed by like 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. You are only paid for the time that the door closes and the door opens on the other end. You might have like your accommodation covered, but everything in between, you are not paid for. So if anything's delayed, if things are running late, you're just giving a lot of free time for that. So like, when you get it down to like an hourly, it can really kind of balance out in a weird way when it comes to jobs like that. What mixer do I have? I have the Mackie Pro FX 8 V2. I do not recommend it. I don't. I got the Mackie one because it was like, this is a professional mixer that musicians use. It has like a setting on like the line 1 for guitars and everything like that. I got it because I was, like I said yesterday, I wanted a mixer that was like used in professional audio settings, not just for streaming. And I don't like it. I don't. I would rather go with a Yamaha. I think I'm going to go with a Yamaha next, or even just like a Behringer or something. I might go with what Crack has and just get a small interface. I found like, I'm okay to spend like $200 on an audio interface from like Audio Technica or something, because at least the literal things that they make is only audio equipment, and something like Crack's thing, and then I could maybe sell the compressor or give it away and then get rid of this Mackie piece of shit. I don't know. It's just so frustrating, man. Like, I don't know what happened. My feeling is that something got fried either from a cable, maybe there was a power surge, because there was a couple of power outages in Vancouver, like, over the last few years. Maybe that was it wasn't plugged into, like, it was in a power surge thing, but maybe it just didn't do something. It could be the cable. I just swapped the cable because the dog I used to have chewed through the old cable that takes it to the computer. Like, it could be anything, right? Compressor is a DBX266XS. I really like it. I think it's a really good compressor. It just doesn't work well with the dynamic microphone unless you have a mixer with an insert, because what essentially you're doing is you're adding all the gain first and then sending it to the compressor and then sending it back. So it's kind of in a loop, where, like, just because of this microphone. But if you have like a condenser microphone, which is like an AT2020, I used to have like an AT2035, and I think that was one of the best microphones you could get in that range by far. This microphone is like, I would say maybe the RE20 is the best microphone I would say you can get in terms of an all-around use, not for like voiceover things necessarily, but in terms of like a radio or presenter or podcast or anything kind of mic. I think this and the 20 are the best ones you can get. I couldn't justify the cost of the 20 because it's like 3 times more expensive than this. And the difference, I feel like it's a diminishing return. Bye, Snotty. Thank you for stopping by, dude. It's great to see you. I'm sure I'll see you in Mop Stream in a while. You had the 20 here. It was great. The 20 is an incredible microphone. The 20, like, I did a lot of research on it because everyone was getting the Shure SM7B, and I just hated the way it sounded. I didn't like the way it sounded. I think it sounded really fake. And granted, a lot of people don't know how to set it up. I think that's a big problem too. A lot of people for streaming don't know how to set it up. They just crank the bass and they're like, oh, it will make my voice sound really good. The SM7B is not a great microphone for women or people with a higher pitched voice because it clips so hard. It's tailored for like a deeper voice, and all it does is just push a lot of bass into your voice. Like, I know Mop just got the one where it's kind of like an all-encompass one, and it sounds good. It sounds fine. The SM7B was really not good though. Again, it's down to how someone has it set up. I just think it's like the price that you're paying for that, you still need a FET head or a cloud lifter for it to have clean audio. Every streamer uses SM, and they don't know what they're doing. It's just like, oh, that's what the podcast is. It's like, right, but they have an audio engineer setting it up. You don't. You don't use anything. You're coming from like a Yeti, you know? Needs tons of gain for streaming. Yeah. Well, that's why I got the cloud lifter. And the thing that I noticed with the SM7B as well is in the same way as like the Pirate software has it, where he clearly over cranks his mic, it sounds crackly and compressed to fuck to try and make it sound as bassy as possible. What's a cloud lifter? Cloud lifter, there's 2 things. You can get a cloud lifter or a FET head, it's called. FET head. What it does is you send phantom power to it, and what it does is it adds 20 decibels of clean gain to your microphone. So these microphones are very, very quiet. It's a dynamic microphone. Very, very quiet. So you have to add a lot of gain in order to make it audible because it doesn't require power. So the cloud lifter is adding that gain for you without adding any extra noise to it because you're not having to process the audio. So it's, yeah, as Craig says, it's an inline amp. It's just amplifying the gain without adding any like digital. It's like adding analog gain or analog volume. The one I sense you doing there has plenty of band power. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is like if I get something like that, so much science, right? It really is. You don't. Yeah, true. You don't have a mic, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, if I have something that has a proper preamp, correct, like the one you sent, I would just like, I'd keep the cloud lifter because I always think it's important because I think it is a valuable piece of kit. I don't think it's worth getting rid of. But I would remove it. I would just use a preamp. The thing you've always got to remember though, when it, like I almost pressed it and I don't do it. Plugging the microphone directly into the mixer, I almost left phantom power on. And that will fry the microphone. But I'd click the cloud lifter. I think it's very, very useful. Very, very useful. And then, yeah, maybe I just get a compressor. I care more about the compressor than I do the mixer, the interface, right? So the interface just sends this clean signal through. It's fine. But I think the compressor and the amp is the most important part. That's why I got the cloud lifter. That's why I got this. And so, yeah. So I don't know how it sounds. I know every time I mention it, it goes fucking crazy, right? But, it's like, I'm sure it doesn't sound as good as it usually does when it actually works because it doesn't have the proper compressor. I do think the DBX is a very, very good compressor. I really, really like it. But yeah, it's time. It's time. I've got a lot of use out of it, and that's all well and good. It's just frustrating, you know? It's just really, really frustrating. Like, I mean, I guess I could test it. I'm going to fuck everything up now. I apologize. I'm going to plug the cloud lifter back in and the compressor, and let's see what the difference is versus this now. What timestamp are we on? 30 minutes. Okay, that's nice and easy. Alright. Apologies in advance.
Whew. Really, hopefully I didn't blow it on you though. I realized I had it in the wrong, I had it in the wrong channel. Oh, I know why. Sounds horrible now. Sounds awful. Does that still sound bad? Is that better? Better or worse? What? 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 Yeah. Is it electronic again now? Yay. Maybe it's the problem. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, because I had a compressor on.
That should bring it back up. There we go. Alright, I put it back to where it was. Is that better? I don't know, man. It's like there's so many steps in between. Like, but if I'm still getting the issue, like everyone said earlier, that it was like sounding buzzy and everything, it's the mixer. So I put it back to the way it was before I switched it all back. Hopefully that fixed it. But yeah, fun times. Fun times. Sounds better. Yeah. Just really disappointed. So it is what it is. Well, yeah. I'll look into the one that Craig sent me. Let me check it out again. See if I can find. See if I can find it in Canada. I know I can get it from B&H, but just the fees alone. Of course it's on Amazon. Currently unavailable. Shocking. Sounds like earlier now before you did anything. Yeah, I switched it back. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I can only get it from a US site for that price. That would put it at like $900 for me. I don't think I can do that. I'll keep looking for it. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like just take a US price and double it. That's what it would be. Okay, in terms of today's stream, I can't go crazy late. So I can probably do like another hour or so. So I think we're gonna do a bit of like an hour of factory game. And then hashtag blame crack. And then I'll have to unfortunately wrap up then. I'm sorry about that. I don't want to be like I started early. I tried to start 2 as close as I could, minus the audio problems. But yeah, it's sorry about that. It's just I have to wrap up a little bit earlier today. I wanted to start at 12 and I couldn't get my audio to fucking work. That was the problem. So, I'm trying. But we'll play some factory game. And then, yeah, I don't know. Till I get the mic fixed and everything. My worry is that it is something else. And I get a new mixer and I spend like $500 on a new setup. And it still doesn't work, you know? That's the fear. That is the fear that I live in. Always. I think if I do that, I'll buy new cables as well. I think just everything new, like the insert cables, everything like that, they're all new, but like actually new, not just like new to the setup. Okay, so we were building engines. And yeah, that's what I mean, right? It's like $450. cannot refund it. Pretty scary like that. Some of the B&H stuff is scary like that. Because usually what it is, it's the reason they do that is because they order it special just for you. And so once it's ordered, they can't do anything with it. I don't like unless it gets RMA'd. But again, that's the other aspect of like, I order a decent amount of stuff from B&H, or I used to. I don't anymore, like for film stuff, camera stuff, because I trust them. Because Vistec is the only like one in Canada really that I would say is on par with B&H. So I try and order through Vistec if I can. But the difficulty is like I can't RMA anything if it breaks. I can't return it properly. The import fees and everything are just so high. Especially these days. Like, it didn't used to be so bad, but now it's like whatever the price is, you basically double it. Because again, the duty and everything that you have to pay on top of it is just kind of crazy. I have to sneeze. Sorry. I forgot which one was the mute button because I've changed the channels on the mixer that I couldn't get to in time. But I digress. Alright, so we're building is it an actuator or whatever it's called? Accumulator? Okay, we're building that, which is cool. We're finally making some of these, which is cool. We're researching labs, which is cool. I think we've really got... Oh god, what's happening? Where? No! Oh, okay, I think it did it. I think I want to make more... I think we're going to make more... we got to get our bullet production up and our turrets and things like that. I'm hoping that this kind of didn't get damaged. Oh, they got a little damaged. Okay. That's quite a lot of bugs. Where are they coming from? Okay, oh fuck, they're coming from that. Alright. We're gonna have to... Oh, I thought the green light was like they needed a repair. Okay, we're gonna have to like up our turrets. Over here. Oh, Crack, if you're still around. How do I cycle between my weapons? Because I don't know how to make this my active weapon. C? Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it didn't really teach me how to do that, and I was like stuck on the pistol. Okay, iron plates. I guess I could make an accumulator that goes over here as well. But I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to... Oh shit, look at all these. Okay, so all of the do that. There we go. Make sure that this is kind of full as well. There we go. This one should be fine. We'll do one extra. Why not? Why not? This is the mic I went with. If you care, I do care. Audio Technica. Oh, okay. So you went for like a... Okay, so you want to condense a mic. I do like the shotgun mics. I'm not gonna lie. One of the things I thought of doing, but I just don't have a good microphone. I have the Rhodes NTG4 Plus. It's the one that has like a battery built into it, which I use for my short films. It's fine, but I've definitely outgrown it. I want to get the excuse me. I want to get the Sennheiser MKE for one sec. My voice is gone. One sec. I want to get the Sennheiser MKE 416. It's not a shotgun. Oh, it said it was a shotgun on the thing. Or it's shotgun. I guess it's like shotgun style. Hypercardio. Okay. I'll be honest, my limit of audio knowledge is kind of being stretched thin right now. I don't know a ton about it. But I want to get the Sennheiser MKE 416. It's about $1,000, which is expensive. But shotgun. Yeah. But it means that you don't have to basically like eat the microphone in order to be able to do it. That's why I like the Audio Technica, the AT 2020 and the 2035. I actually really like those. The only thing is they're not as directional, which that one would be. So you kind of have the best of both, where it is like kind of a directional, but it still has a little bit of range, right? Because if I go like this, like to either side, the quality of the microphone is drastically different. Whereas when it has a bit more, like because it's just like this, right? Whereas if you have a little bit more flexibility, I think that does a lot better. You can put it behind the keyboard. Yeah, because mine's like right over the keyboard, and I don't mind it. I think it's more of just I'm used to it, right? And I don't want one of the big arms that kind of comes in and everything like that. Like, I like that this just pushes away. I have the Elgato arm where it's like the flat one, so like it stands above everything, but it's low. Because I just don't want to. I was like, where am I gonna? I used to have the one that clamps to the side of the desk, that kind of comes in on like a scissor arm, and it's fine. But it's like that to me was way more awkward. The only downside I would say with this arm for a bigger desk like I have is you're really, really limited to where you can actually put the arm. It basically has to go, because I have like one of the IKEA 63-inch desks. It has to go on the back and come forward, because if I clamp it to the side, it actually isn't long enough to get to the center of the desk, which is kind of annoying. Which I would prefer. I'd prefer it off to one side, because then it's like, because if you want it to reach, it has to come straight out, and it kind of limits your arms. I want it where it kind of does the V shape, but instead of it going up and down, I wanted it like in a V, like parallel to the desk, so that I have the room, but it can be here, right? So that's the only limitation I don't love about it. I wish it was a little bit longer, so it didn't have to be right in the middle, because it just kind of like with the cabling and everything, even though it does have the cabling built in, a lot of XLR cables, like you need something a little bit longer than you think. Okay, what are we building? What are we doing? So we've got a lot of the research going. The lab is going. We're actually pretty far along on that. That's also what she said. God damn it. God damn it. Alright, we need iron plates. Oh, we got stolen. We got stolen. Come on. There we go. Very tired. Oh my god, you've been up late. You're streaming right into the night. Go get some sleep, Karen. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Take care. I guess I'll probably see you in Mop stream later on. Or Rares. I think she's streaming tonight as well. So, get some good rest. Or else. Thank you again. Alright, let's build another turret. We're gonna put this turret... I guess I don't have to worry about this too much. I was like, oh, where am I going to get the bullets from? They're all the way up here already, so it's fine. Wait, is that empty? Uh-oh. Oh, shit, okay. Oh, yeah, it's empty. Alright, let's top these up. Ooh, weird. Wait, did I am stupid. I thought I picked up 3 stacks. I think I keep lucking down here. That's the problem. That's the problem, everyone. I keep using my eyes like a psychopath. Who does that? Honestly. So I want to get another turret up here because I am worried about the evolution happening. So let's. Of course. There we go. Go. Okay, so you protect this. And then I probably want an accumulator as well for all this. To get it happening. Are you tired as well, Craig? Did you actually get some good sleep last night? Or did you stay up till 5 a.m. again? Or wake up at 5? Man, I am not built for mornings. It's really bad. It's really bad. I need to fix it. I just can't. I have such like good intentions of like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed at this time, and then I'm like, all right, I'll start getting ready for bed, and it's fine. And then I look at the clock and it's 3 a.m. and I'm like, what the fuck happened? Every single time. I didn't get to sleep till 4 a.m. last night. At least 4 a.m. And then I woke up at like 10-ish. Slept well, 11 hours. Okay, yeah, your body needed it. We went for a run already, so that's good. Yeah. You're a very proactive person. I have a lot of admiration for that. Because I'm trying my best, and I'm not that, and I need to get on it. I have such bad revenge procrastination, and the worst part is like, I used to, and I'm not good at it anymore. I used to be like, well, at least I'm doing stuff at night and making up for it instead of not doing it. Now it's like, oh fuck, that scared the shit out of me. Jesus Christ. Where did they even come? Why did they come from the top? Not, but streak needs to go on. Yeah, as soon as you stop doing it, that's when it all goes to shit. That's the problem. Oh wow, okay. These can hold quite a lot, actually. I didn't realize 5 megajoules. Wait, I don't know how much that is actually relative to the power amount that I'm looking for. Oh, that's pretty good. There we go. Okay, that was a lot of acid spitting bugs. That was a lot. Where the fuck did they even come from? I guess they must be coming from like up here and just straight down. The evolution is getting faster. But yeah, I've not been good at like doing stuff at night to offset it, to at least be like, well, at least I'm doing stuff, you know? At least I'm like using the time effectively. I'm not. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like that we can that. And it's like, I've always been like that, but I got bad even more so. Ooh, nice. Because it's like, now I tell myself, well, I went to the gym, well, I did this, well, I did that. I was talking to my therapist about it, and I was saying about how, in a good way, but it's not great still, is my new baseline. I've been taking better care of myself in the sense of cleaning my apartment, keeping it organized, laundry, doing the dishes very frequently, not leaving them all out. They're out now, but it's like, they're not there for more than a day, things like that. And I was like, but the problem is it's become my new baseline where I don't even register those things as like productive things anymore. And that's not necessarily bad, because I should do that anyway, like regardless. But it's like, I'm not doing anything additional to that, you know? And so I feel like I'm just like not being very productive, and just weeks go by. I'm not doing the things that I want to do. I've not, I bought the helmet, I've tried it on, I've not even recorded the stuff that I want to do. I have all these ideas, and then I'm not following through on them, right? So I'm getting a little frustrated with myself, and I need to break out this habit, and I don't know how. I just don't know what it is. Victoria, how'd you allow to feel more productive? Streaming every day was good. And that's the other thing. It's like keeping with a stream schedule. It's like I've not been the greatest at that, but the same thing, right? Is like it helps you build a habit of doing stuff, right? It really does. It can actually help. As much as it's like people can poo-poo it as, oh, you're just playing video games and everything. A schedule, right? I mean, yours is all over the place. Yours is crazy. But it's like, oh, you're just playing video games. Are you just saying, no, it's not. You're showing up to do something. Yes, you are playing a game, if that's what you do, but you're hosting like content, right? Like you're hosting, you're presenting, you're having conversation, things like that. You're kind of giving something some structure and like producing something, which is very, very different. And I think a lot of people are just like overlook that. In the same way as like you see so many people on the Twitch Reddit, they're like, oh, I've been streaming for 8 years and I have 1 viewer. Why is my channel not growing? And then you view the content and they just sit there in silence and you're just like, well, why would anyone watch this? Why would anyone come here? Like, you're not doing anything. It's like the idea of just showing up and streaming is enough for them, and it's like, that's not what streaming is. That is like the tip of the iceberg. Like, in the same ways, and I'm always going to bring it back to fitness, like 80% of your progress in the gym has nothing to do with the gym. Like, zero to do with the gym. It has everything to do with your diet, your sleep, which I have really bad ones, so that's why I look like shit. But it's like 80% of like your progress comes from everything else you do about the habits that you build. The 20% is from actually like working hard when you are in the gym, right? If you just show up and you just kind of walk on a treadmill and you leave and go, well, I go to the gym every day, you're not gonna, that might be your goal and that's all well and good, but you're not gonna progress in the way that you might want to if you're trying to build muscle and things like that, right? But so much when I see Victoria streamers on YouTube and try to support them, and it's like, oh yeah, they sit there in silence, and it's like oh well, if people are interested in the game, they'll watch. It's like, well, what is differentiating your stream from any other stream? Because I could just put the game on and let it run. If that's the difference, I could just put the game on and let it run on my own, or I can watch literally anyone in silence. So like, what makes your stream unique enough that I would want to watch it? And a lot of people don't think of it that way. They forget to like bring personality to it, and then they're like, why is my channel not growing? Why is nothing happening for me? And it's like, showing up isn't enough. Showing up isn't enough. It can make the difference of being bigger than you would if you were inconsistent. Prime example, I'm very inconsistent with my schedule. I'm streaming at best twice a week at this point. Yeah, no shit, my channel isn't gonna grow. Of course it's not gonna grow. Because it's like, well, I don't know if he's gonna stream. I don't know when he's gonna stream. I don't know what he's gonna stream. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So why would anyone invest any time in that? I'm fully aware of that. I acknowledge that. That's not why I stream. I stream because I enjoy streaming. I enjoy the structure of it. I enjoy playing the games. It's a good way for me to structure doing things that I enjoy doing, just yapping and playing video games. Okay? I don't like being on camera. I hate being on camera. But I'm fully aware of, like, I obviously don't have to have the camera on, but I really like cameras. I want to improve my skills of being on camera, get more comfortable with it, get more comfortable like speaking, public speaking, things like that, right? So there's so many elements to it that I get selfish like benefits from. A lot of people, it's just like they think just streaming a game and showing up because it has a community around it is enough to actually like grow and do something. I'm like, no, that's the least of it. Like prime example, like Rara's talked about this, right? And I'm sure every streamer does, especially when they're known more for like the talking stage, or just chatting stuff, right? As soon as she starts playing games, her chat gets quieter. It's not, again, not a criticism, it's just an observation. Chat gets quieter and the numbers go down a little bit, right? Because people watch her because they enjoy her personality and want to be there and chat. That's kind of it, right? She just likes games, and so she wants to play games as well, and that's totally fine. But she could absolutely not do that, but that's not the content that she wants to make, right? So it's like, well, why is that? Oh, it's because people like her personality. People enjoy her stream and her content and the things that she does, right? It doesn't matter about the game. Whereas everyone else is like, oh, it's the game. It's like, yeah, maybe if you were a Destiny 2 streamer, I don't know, maybe. But, like, at a certain point, it gets real fucking boring. Like, there are channels that are big, that have been around for a long time. I can't watch because I don't enjoy the content that they make because I find it kind of boring. That's not to say that other people don't. I'm just not willing to sit around and wait for the good thing to happen because I don't enjoy the other 95% of the content that they're doing. But I think there's also this element of habit and sunk cost fallacy. They're watching that stream because they've been watching that stream for the last 10 years, right? So they know, in their mind, they're like, oh, the good stuff happens here, there, and everywhere, and they're willing to push through that because when the good stuff does happen, they're going to be around and enjoy it, right? But I'm just not willing to do that because I am a new streamer. That's why a lot of those channels don't really grow. They might have like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 viewers, but they're going to stay at that forever. If anything, is probably going to dwindle over time, right? It's not really going to grow. Just that's not the content that I enjoy. I like I like weird shit. I like the weird shit content where they're doing something different and changing it up, and it's all about the personality and the person. It's not just about someone sitting there playing a video game. He says while sitting here. Well, standing. I'm standing. Might look like I'm sitting down because I'm short, but it is what it is. Alright, we're building lasers. I'm actually excited about the lasers. And then I could build more accumulators. Could do more oil pumps. I think I have like 2, maybe 1 more available pump site over... Oh, what was this? Oh no, he's British. Hello, self. Tuppence a pound. Hi, self. Good to see you, dude. I went to a festival last week on the Saturday when I did the short stream, and afterwards I went to someone's house, and it's full of Irish people, and I had to have the same. It was fine, but I had to have the same conversation over and over again, like almost verbatim. I was losing my mind a little bit. It was fine, but like I was losing my mind because I was like I have to just keep having the same conversation over. It's like, oh, you're British? You don't sound British. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Da, da, da. You sound like this. You sound like that. And I was just like, yep, accents change. Yep. They're like, oh, well, I've been here just as long. And I'm like, yeah, do you spend all your time with Irish people? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, then there you go. If you only spend your time with Irish people and you're Irish, you're probably going to keep your accent. I know a lot of people do keep their accent. I don't really give a shit. And it was like, oh, well, did you live somewhere else before? And I was like, well, I live here and there. And they were just like, yeah, it's like, oh, I'd say like South African or Australian. Like, I get Australian a lot. And I'm like, yeah, sure, because it's all the same, right? But it's just, I was just like, oh my God. It was almost like back to back with 3 separate groups of people at this house party. And I was just like, I've had this conversation so many, like in 13 years, I've had this conversation so many times. And just doing it back down, I kind of was just like, I hit my limit. I was like, I gotta go. I just left. I was like, I'm not doing this again. Because I saw another group come in, and I was like, I'm not explaining this again. I was like, ask David. I don't know. 3 times in a day is plenty for sure. The worst part is they were all sitting in the same area, but they were just like looking the other way, and I was like, oh my God, okay. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I know, like, I can be repetitive with jokes, things like that, and streaming. It's like, it is what it is. It is, like, people are curious, right? Because they're just like, oh, you're in Canada, but you don't sound Canadian. And I'm not sure if you're this or that. Yeah, it was just like, I had to like keep drilling down to like the exact place where I was from. I had to explain where I'd been before. I was like, it felt like I was at the Border Patrol, and they were kind of like interrogating me, like, and your papers, please? I was like, it is what it is. So, have that. There are nice ways to ask about your life story. Oh, I mean, the first thing one of them said to me, I'm not even, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. The first thing that one of them said to me, and then another one said to me too, before he told me his name, he went, fucking hell, look at that mustache on that pedo rape face that you have. I was like, and sorry, I was like, oh, my name's Cam, by the way. And he was like, oh yeah. It's like, yeah, that's a pedo stash and a half. And I was like, sorry, I didn't get your name. And he just kept going. I was like, oh, okay. And then I had to, there's a no. And then I had to explain to them where I was from. And then another person came over to me, asked me about my mustache as well, said I had a pedo face again. and then I had to explain where I was from to that person. I was like, the next person starts asking about it. I was like, you better not call me a pedo. You better not fucking do this. And luckily they did. So that kind of, yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to meeting Irish people, the way that like my family is Irish, like I'm used to that. What it is they say something very shocking to you to try and catch you off guard and kind of like put you off kilter to see how you react. They're just testing you. And they're just trying to pick out on something that they think you might be self-conscious about. Check it out. Yeah. They want to see if they can joke with you. They want to see what they can say. It's not like what I can get away with you if you'll let me just like treat you like shit. It's like, it's a very like, I'm coming in hot. I'm going to explain, I'm going to basically be like, this is my sense of humor. Are you going to be okay with it or is this not going to work? And that's what it was. And I was like, the person I was with was just like, oh my God. And I was like, no, this is normal. Like, this is 1,000% what they wanted to do. It's like, they're just testing me to see how I react to it. And then because I reacted fine to it, then they were fine with me and they were nice to me and everything. If I hadn't, they would have just kept like, okay. And they would have just kept like picking at it, right? That's what was happening. This is gonna absolutely screw me. Yeah, we're gonna do lasers. How do I do lasers? Wait, where are the lasers? No, it's a flamethrower. Wait, what are the lasers for? Have I just spent all that time researching the one thing? Crack, what did you get me to do? Actually, this wasn't Crack's one. Mike, guess what? It's time to replug. Yeah, so, no, Crack didn't tell me to, Crack didn't tell me to research lasers at all. I did it on my own. Yeah, okay, yeah, it just spiked and now it's normal again. Oh my God, it's real. Bye everyone, thanks for hanging out. Just not allowed to see my face, ever. Oh, hi Roa. How's it going? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Go follow Roa. She's pretty great. We were talking about you 5 minutes ago. You came in just in time for the ad as well. If you have accumulated. I do have accumulators. Yeah, Crack didn't tell me anything. Even though my world is called, if I just go hit save, Crack made me do it. Because I'm just going to save. That is the name of my game. But aside from that, Craig did not make me do anything. Wait, when did Craig gift us? Oh my, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? Craig, I'm so sorry. I completely missed that. Rare, welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining the film crew. Here's the clap. Enjoy getting the clap from me. There you go. Canvas every. I was busy with my audio absolutely shitting the bed. That's what was happening, okay? Ray, you missed it. I was flexing and everything earlier. I was wearing my exercise for bacon shirt. You've missed it. Oh my God. Craig, what the fuck are you doing? So I always forget that I have the Rihanna song as that because I don't get a lot of gift subs. Craig, thank you so much for giving Self. Oh, I gotta do this. Self. I see the second one. Self a sub. Here you go. Enjoy the clap, Self. And Miss D's Nuts. Thank you, Crack. You're too kind to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The audio is better now? It's because you got a sub. That's it. So subs have better audio, and that's just the way it is. I like to charge to make sure that it's fixed. But yes, I apologize if the audio was fucked. My mixer is completely broken, and I can't fix it. I can't fix it, so... What are you trying... Wait, what are you trying to... Oh, with the clapperboard? I was like, what are you trying to suck with this?
I can't tie my shoes, but I can fuck your bitch.
Crack, thank you for fucking my bitch. For 100 biddies, I appreciate it. With this? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I could try.
Beat the record.
I do still have mine. We don't cut them off in the UK, so I do still have mine. So, I could try once. Cam, look at it. No. Nope. There you go. There you go. That's what you get. That's what you get. Okay? That's the face you get. Even hotter. No! Do you know what? Do you know when that photo is from? I'll just explain. That photo is from the... This photo is from the day when I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. Because she told me that if she ever cheated, that it would be my fault. And so I took that photo while watering a plant to send to my friend, and then I went home and broke up with my girlfriend at the time. That was 2 years ago. So there's a little backstory to that. Christ. Sorry, a lot is happening right now. Craig, thank you for the gift subs. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the 100 biddies as well. Oh no, she was great, Rush. She was so great. I was so happy in that relationship. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let me catch up really quick. Pyro, hello, good to see you, dude. Why are you typing poop in my chat? Why are you typing poop in my chat? Ryan's your picture. Yeah, okay, what does Craig look like? I have no idea. Craig refuses to ever get onto camera, so I don't even know I don't even know what he looks like. All I know is he's pretty great at photography and everything as well. Hot pics, yeah. Just got home from drop her off. Oh, right, you were hanging out with your mom, and she was overfeeding the cats, right? That's all I remember from your Discord. Craig should cam stream. He should. I wanna see Craig's face. I wanna see Craig's face. I wanna see it happen. If I say any more, he'll call you.
Stop. My penis can only get so erect.
Craig, thank you for getting Toxic's penis so erect. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Toxic. It's really funny because Toxic's one of my mods. Toxic. Oh my god. Give you the clap. There we go. Enjoy having the emotes, not just the Cams D anymore. Cams D is basically Toxic's emotes on my thing. Cam loves parasocial. I don't know. Parasocial relationships. I don't know, man. I don't know. They can be okay sometimes. This is the perfect. Yeah, you need like a blah 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 emote as well. We'll get you one of those. I made that one, and then I made one for Galaxy as well. But yeah, we need more of that. Although I don't know, you've added some new ones. The nothing. Where is it? The nothing. Or is this like? Oh, there it is. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like a tier 2. It's a pretty good one. I really like it. The nothing treat emote. It is pretty great. You have some, like, your emotes now have honestly become some of my most used ones because they're too practical, honestly. Primate's so good. They're really good. Oh, sorry, the audio's fucked again. Sorry. All right, let me unplug the mic and replug it back in. One sec. Don't touch. Uh-oh. It like redline though. I didn't touch it. I didn't do it. It's just a little fried. It's still good. It's still good. Audio was giving you fits yesterday. Dude, mine is like insanely broken. It turns into like an old-timey radio from the 1930s. Sounds like I'm about to like introduce King Kong climbing up the Empire State Building, you know? It's like that bad. It's, you know, I gotta fix it. So, Crack sent me his preamp setup. I think I might look at seeing if I can get it in Canada. But aside from that, I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. Just a cool 500 US, Crack. It's like as much as my rent. Money well spent. You can fix it in settings for the turn display black and white. Then it's in theme. Like if it, like every time the audio starts fucking up, it starts like flickering the screen. Just really like abuse everyone watching. Your rent is for, my God, it would be rich. No. I'm saying in Canadian dollars, it would be like $2,000. That's what I'm saying. Just because of like all of the conversion and everything. Crane packs later. Oh yeah, no. My I can't even say rent anymore. I keep forgetting. My mortgage is a lot more than that for a 600 square foot apartment. Okay, we got this going. We got power, which is good. Craig, I'll be honest, I still don't know what I'm doing. Where are my fucking lasers? How do I make lasers? And what am I doing with the lasers? Oh no, we're out of stuff. We're out of stuff. Uh-oh. Alright, it is time. Do you have bug? Yeah, I have bugs on. Look at all the stuff. As you can see, the bugs have been attacking me. You need capacitors. The heck are capacitors? Alright, I'm going to... Basis time. Yeah. I've only been doing this like, what, 25 hours, something? Yeah, I got oil. Something's just dropped outside. I got oil finally, which is pretty good. And then... I don't think that's going to work. That's pretty good. There we go. That's pretty good. Yeah, his base is insane. His base is absolutely insane. I don't know how. I don't even understand it. Okay, my tiny little brain does not comprehend. Okay, my job is basically finger painting for adults. So when Crack is like, yeah, I just like put this in and we made the augs and then we like refine them into this and then we shove them up our ass. And then we poop them out like a bonobo monkey, and it's just like, what the I was like, dude, I frame by frame draw around things. What do you want from me? I can't do this. Has a factory. Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. Big time. Like his name doesn't lie. That is his literal Crack. Oh, I had a hype train. I didn't even realize. Thank you for the hype train, Crack. Solo hype train. What did I unlock? What did I get? Spill the tea. Spill the tea. Choo choo. Of course, Crack has that emote. Crack, thank you so much for the gift subs and the bits. I really appreciate it. I'm spending months about 30 hours in. Yeah, it's getting real bad already. I'm trying my best to do solar power, and Crack keeps making fun of me for it. Which is fair, honestly. Because I'm trying to create a sustainable living situation on this bug planet, and it's not working out very well. You make so much fun of me. The things that he sends me at midnight, like I'll wake up and I'll be awake and I'll just be eating my ice cream, saying my prayers to the almighty Nick Cage, and you know, just having a good old gay time. And Crack will message me and he'll be like, hey, my main bus is wider than your cock. And I'm like, oh, hi Crack. And then he's like, I'm going to go on a run right now. It's 5 a.m. And if I see you on the streets, I'm going to fucking murder you. So that's a get. Wow. Right in front of my salad. Are you kidding me? Solar is good if you have ample copper. Tons of copper. Oodles, right? I have copper. Yeah, sure. Yeah. This, right? Yeah. Sulfur. You mean sulfur, right? You're talking about sulfur and engines. That's what I have a lot of. I have sulfur, I have engines, I have steel, got coal. You know, all of the essentials, all of the 5 macros that a growing boy needs. Is that your circuit production? Self? Listen. Yes. Yes, it is. This is all I have. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm having a mental breakdown trying to play this game because I don't know how to balance the load. Okay? I don't know how to balance the load. It doesn't make sense. How do I deal with the ratios? Be like, where I dodge the load. You think I'm maidenless? The fuck you say to me? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am also maidenless. So, what the fuck is that emote? Football. Oh, that's right. You're grasping. You're grasping that one. You have no scrotum emote. Do I still have? I have this one. I have that one. It's not a scrotum, but you know, if you want a little bit of a hole, please, okay? You're not maidenless.
Can't tie my shoes, but I can fuck your bitch.
Self, thank you for fucking my bitch for 100 bits. Dry.
Trying to do balancing is a false god. The only god that matters is one that does not understand the concept of enough.
That is, you know what? Fair. More than fair. I definitely need to... I just need to overproduce a lot of stuff. And then I need to find a way to store it. And then also my battery isn't working over here as well. TTS is very quiet. I thought I fixed it. That was why I also paused it. It should have been louder. Wait, why is the... Slobs alerts, maybe? Was that loud? I don't know, man. Audio drives me up the wall. The fact that you can just hear my microphone is the limit that I'm at right now. Thank you for the bits, though. I'll fix it. We can't all be master connoisseurs of the audio like Rare and Crack, okay? Some of us are just out here trying to survive and thrive and all that good stuff. Say, don't know logic circuits in this game, but trains are insane. I do want to try... No power. What do you mean no power? I guess... maybe I'm not producing enough. Oh, that was what I was doing. Circuits. Okay. Okay, we're going to ride the rails. Terrible audio stuff. Yours is good, though. So, like, your audio... Whenever I have, like, your stream open and another streamer's tab open, I can have you at 4% and them at max volume, and you are still louder than them. And as much as that sounds like a criticism, I swear it's not. I mean that in a very complimentary way, because I'm like, you have your audio, like, set up properly. It drives me up the wall when I have, like, someone, I'm like, hey, guys. And I'm like, I have them full volume, and then I go to someone else's stream, and they're just like, bah. I agree. I think it should be louder, and then people can turn it down. I just cannot get mine to be consistent. That's the problem. That is the problem I'm facing. I immediately forgot what I was doing. Oh, we were doing solar panels. Okay, 5. Using CyberSyn? I don't know what that is. Oh, the mods. People in the community that are really good with it if you ever need help, though. It's the problem I'm having right now, honestly, is just my mixer is fucked. And I need to get a new one. And I can't find one that works properly within my setup for like a reasonable price. Because I don't want to spend $1,000 on a mixer or an audio setup that I don't know it's going to work. That's kind of where I'm at. But I do need help with it. I have my friend Spencer, who is like an actual audio engineer. And I really want to get his opinion to like help me figure that stuff out. Because I think that would be really good. I just gotta invite him over and help me figure that stuff out. So if you're watching on the phone, low volume streams are impossible. Oh, it's true. Yeah, I can't watch on the phone or even just listen. I used to do when I'd work in office, like being remote is kind of nice because I can just have a stream up in the background. But I used to listen on my phone, just in audio only, and it fucking sucked. Because I'm just like, what am I, like, there's no in between. It's either too quiet or too loud. There was never an in between. Always try and make it as loud as you can and make people turn it down. That's the goal. That's the goal. Going on the old manifesto. You must have taken heavy metal normalization course. Yeah. Breaking from solid nuclear is tough jump. There's nuclear in this. Do you ever know how the tech tree now? Oh. Yeah, nuclear. I'm pretty far away from that. I'm just trying to get advanced material processing. This is where I'm at. I don't even know what half of these things do. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know what any of them do. I don't know. I just keep building stuff. I can do uranium. Do uranium and mining. Do more. Ooh, maybe I need more of this. Damage of weapons and energy means. Do I need this? Do I need a processing unit or... What the fuck? There's more juice? Why? Why does this keep going? I just want the butt plug. That's it. That's the only reason I'm playing at this point, as I want the lubricant. Okay. Okay. That's all I want right now. That's it. Okay, we're going to do labs. We're going to Enrique research that as well. So, I want it sliding in just as easy as it slides out, you know? Nuclear is huge. You're getting into purple tech. Oh, God. I don't know what... Jesus Christ. What does all this mean? Can I just play Roblox instead? I think I could handle Roblox. I think I could do it. I don't know what a combinator is. I don't know what these structures do. I haven't done any of that stuff. Portable. Ooh. No, I don't know what it's for. I don't know what it's for. Crack, help. Crack, help. Coal liquefaction. What? Better oil? Should I add that? Okay, we'll add this. And then we'll add advanced oil. And then... let's add... Sure. Nope, never mind. Can't do it. Oh, I'm already doing it. Dumbass. There's more juice than there are power Gatorades. But the best butt plug in the game is the rocket. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it long and thin or is it girthy like a Frey Bentos pie? That's the real question. That's what I want to know. I don't want to fart anymore. I want to whistle when I'm going to space. You know what I mean? So we've got the copper going up here. I still think I need more gun turrets. But I don't know. Doing fluid networking is huge. Know about the underground pipes being above ground. Yeah, I kind of did it a little bit. I think I need to properly do the... Oh, fuck. Drives me insane because I got stuck. I should probably, like, convert all these to underground pipes so that they can only attack, like, a little bit rather than all this shit. Because I'm pretty sure that base is getting big. That's getting bigger. That's getting way bigger. Do I... No, I have 7 bullets. All right. Blue circuits. I've added them to the list. I don't know what they do. The stress that I'm running into, though, is that I'm starting to... Not running out, but these are starting to dwindle, you know? And I know I have all of this, but I've really got to start expanding eventually to get more of this. But Underground's better because you can walk through any difference in 2.0 now. Okay. Yeah, I added the gap so I could walk through, but also I'm aware of, like, it limits the pipe works that the bugs can attack as well, right? That's the other aspect. So, need Factorio Silver a bit before rest. Okay, Crack. Enjoy Factorio. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Thank you again for all of the gift subs and the bits and everything as well. Squeak through is the best. Squeak through? What's that? Is that just let you actually pass through the pipes? It is mildly infuriating that you can't, like, get through on some of these. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'll tell you that one for free. The rest still cost you. But I will say we're getting through... Okay, I'm feeling that I'm not producing enough military right now because I'm not seeing any of the black research. Where are those? Up here? Okay, what's happening? Oh, because we're not producing any of these, because we're not producing any bullets, because why? Alright, we gotta up something. I don't know what. We gotta up something though. Iron. We gotta get our iron production up. Should I wait? Maybe what I'll do is I'll wait for... I don't want the steel furnace. I want this. Advanced material processing. Faster, more flexible furnace. Yeah, I want this. Which I need more iron before I can get it, because I have to make the bullet. Fuck. Gray science and iron, always iron. Yeah. And it's not like I don't have enough. It's just I can't make these more effective. I can't make them more effective. I can only just add more. That's all I can do. You guys try once more with feeling. Yeah. It's okay. English is only my first language. It's fine. I was only born in the country the language originated from. I couldn't even say it originated. Oh my god. I'm drinking some water, all right? Get off my tits. Get off my fucking tits. How about that? Hydrate, yeah. At least I'm drinking water, not coffee this time. I could make a coffee. Do I have time? Water. There's no teas in it. Water. Bottled water. That's the first thing they teach you in school, is how to talk proper well good in it. So you say bottled water, and you say it as fast as you can, and you remove every single tea. The only tea that you want is in a cup at high noon, all right? It's the only tea that you're going to get in the UK. It ain't going to be in the sentences that you hear people say. Did I ever tell you guys about the time that I went to see the Avengers in 2012 in London? And it was during a hostage crisis that was happening. And so there was a guy that was on a roof with a sniper rifle, like shooting at people and holding people hostage. And I was in London, and I thought, what's the best way to kind of get away from this situation? And it was to go watch the Avengers. And I did. And the theater was very empty. It was just me and the person I was seeing at the time. And we went and saw the Avengers. It was pretty good. It was a good experience. And then I came out, and there was an ambulance with a body on the ground covered in a rag, which I assume was the guy with the sniper rifle. So yeah, good time had by all, I'd say. You got a friendship stream game idea today that's stupid enough that might actually be good. Ooh, interesting. Avengers are being a fire. Look, in 2012, the Avengers was pretty peak. Was pretty like, damn, like they actually did a good superhero team up movie. Like, holy shit, it happened. You know. Now you look back and you're like, Joss Whedon. Let's maybe not do that. Last night, I don't know why. I think it's because of all the, like, obviously James Gunn keeps showing up on my feed and everything because of Superman, and I watched some videos on the reviews. I decided to watch The Suicide Squad, like the one that he did. James Gunn dialogue, man, it sometimes just gets a little too much, you know? Yeah, it was the first event. It was the 2012 Avengers. It just gets a little too much for me sometimes. Like, I felt a little bit the same on Peacemaker. It just, I don't know. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, you know? Everyone's a little too quippy and snappy, and, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but there was just moments where I was like, I don't like this. I was like, this doesn't feel natural. It feels like everything's come to a grinding halt for them to make jokes. Can we have no more superhero movies? Then I won't have a job anymore. And we can stop Alan Tudyk being the voice. Oh, thank you that someone else finally noticed that the only person that ever voices a robot in any film anymore is Alan fucking Tudyk. Because he's the voice of Sonny in iRobot. He's the voice of the robot in Rogue One and Andor. He's the voice of the robots in, like, why? Why? Why is he the voice of everything? He's the voice of the chicken in Moana. Why? Why is, I mean, hey, King, get that bag. But, like, why is Alan Tudyk the voice of, like, everything? His robot voice for Superman was practically... Oh, no, that's just his voice doing a British accent. That's kind of it. It's just he's doing the same role. Like, I mean, he's found a niche. I'll give him that. But, like, crikey. Hello? Okay, it wasn't. I thought it was stealing my stuff. It's not. It's moving the gears, okay? The gears of war. The office for Microsoft where they're making the Gears of War game is, like, down the street from me. Should I go break in? See if Dan Rawati's there. See if he'll give me the tour. I keep trying to get a job there, but then I keep seeing the stuff with, you know, all of the layoffs. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't work in games. Maybe that's not the play. I'd still like to make my own. I started thinking about my web series again today. And you're going to ask, which one, Cam? You have so many ideas. They're all genius, but you need to fucking make one. And the answer is, yeah. So the one that I was thinking of today is my Space Trucker one, because I want to use it to learn Unreal Engine. But I also still have Puppet Quest that I need to work on. And I was talking to someone about it at that party where all the Irish people said I had a pedo rape face. And they were like, get it done. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I should. Have I played with it? I picked it up earlier in the stream and said, this thing cost a lot of money. If that's what you mean. If that's what you mean by have I played with my harness, then yes. I picked it up and said, damn, this was expensive. The office is probably empty after all the layoffs. I don't think Coalition got affected by that because they're still actively working on the Gears game. Like, that's kind of the... I think that one's okay. I don't think they got affected, but... yeah. But I was thinking about it today, and I was like, fuck, I really got to start using the headset. I got to start using the headset. I can't just let it sit on the shelf behind me, especially for what I paid for it. And I think I'm gonna start soon. I don't know what it is like I want the project at work to just finish and then I can focus on it, which is such a bullshit excuse. Like, it really is, because it's like, why do I have to wait for the work thing to finish before I do that? And I think it's just I don't want anything coming up because I can't, not that I can't make a plan, but like, for example, the project was supposed to be done like 2 weeks ago. They had 5 to 10, really? Oh, fuck. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought they'd be safe because they're still actively working on, like, the biggest game aside from Halo. Not great. Not great. But I don't know why. I think I'm just, like, making excuses for myself. I think that's the problem. That's really the problem, is I'm just making excuses. Can I realize I'm just, like, running around. I apologize. I don't know. I know I need to make more iron. I just don't know how right now. I don't know what a good way to do this is. I'm curious if... okay, so one thing I could do. Here's the thing I could do, because I think we're okay over here considering how much is going on. Because, like, that's pretty full. Here's what I might do. I think what I might do is change the direction of this. Okay, let's get rid of this. I'm gonna put you there. Yeah, nailed it. I'm so clever and funny. There we go. And then what I'll do is we'll go to this. There it is. All right. Cool. Solves kind of the problem, because a lot of this comes back here anyway. Yeah, that's kind of trippy, I'm not gonna lie. Or just schedule Kona for me to harass you to work on stuff. So that's the problem. The project was supposed to finish like 2 weeks ago. on July 3rd, right? They didn't really get back to us. They came back to us the next week. They approved everything, and then they came back and went, actually, we want some changes made and variants made of this stuff. When can we have it? So now we've got to work on stuff for the end of day tomorrow. But the problem is it's not just like I deliver it and then it's done. If they approve it, then I have to roll it out to like 3-4 other shots. And then I also have to like prep everything. So it's like another week of work. But the problem is we don't have the time or the money to do it. So I have to do like 40 hours worth of work in 20 hours. Or I have to do 40 hours worth of work for 20 hours of pay. Because it's not my company's fault. It's not anything to do with that. So it's such a weird thing. So my hours are all over the place right now. But I do want to work on stuff. I actually thought of this, thinking of this yesterday, and I was going to talk to you about it as well, of just like myself, you, and Aqua should just stop making a fucking game. As much as I have zero skill, I think I can help in a lot of creative direction. And like as I learn stuff and we push through and we actually work on something together and just make it happen. Like actively make it, like we sit down and we do meetings and we go through it and do stuff. And we just do a small project. I watched a video by Bite Me Games and they were talking about doing small scale projects. Yeah, I think like anything like that where it's like something we're all actively working on it together. And it's not just an accountability, we're working on 3 separate things, but it's like we're working on the same thing together. We set it, oh fuck. We set a deadline. Oh no! Okay, I might die. I might die. The fuck are they? Oh, shit. Okay, they're here. All right. Hello. Well. It is what it is. There we go. No death, only bullets. True. Oh, my God. Why? Why? They're not... I just don't want to deal with the alert. Go away. Okay. I need more turrets again. Fuck. Well, time to protect the pipeline. Scale out. I'll scale up. Currently scale up right now because you don't have the modules for it, but you can add more of a thing about... Yeah, I need to basically make more of the... I think what I need to do, essentially, is get rid of everything and just start from the raw materials and just make... fucking iron plates, copper plates, and copper wire, and then scale from that and the iron gears and things like that. I think that's the problem I'm kind of running into. The other thing I should be doing is, because over here, like I'm piping in the coal or the iron, right? I should just be converting it into stuff and sending that in. Build adjacent, yeah. Like the consider web series ideas, thinking of doing your would leverage virtual production. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to work on, right? It's like my space trucker one. I'd love to do it live action and use Unreal Engine as like the 3D stuff, but I don't know 3D very well. I feel like using metahumans and kit bashing level design for sets makes more sense to me. I also realized I was like, well, do I really want to like spend the time like green screening and camera tracking live action to integrate into this versus like, you know, mocap is getting kind of good at a, you know, a low, I wouldn't say like low quality, but it's not exactly like Avatar levels, right? It's kind of like good enough for the internet where I could make something. It's just, it's so hard because everything I watch that does actually do... Is this like locked everything up? Fuck. All right. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, there we go. All right, at least that might alleviate some stuff. Make it jank so you can make it better. Oh yeah, I mean that's what I try and do initially. I think the main thing is just like it's getting to a point where it is like it's good enough, but everything that I watch online where people like make stuff, I don't know what it is, but it always just feels weird. Like I was showing Pyro some of the content I was watching, like short films made with Unreal Engine and everything. The camera work and the filmmaking is so like floaty and weird and janky, and it's like the difference of making something look really good and really polished and actually look like a film, and something that just looks kind of like aimless. That's not like the right way to describe it, but it looks aimless, right? It feels like the thought behind the camera work and everything, it just has no thought put behind it. The difference of something like James Cameron and like Avatar feeling like a movie is not just about like having one of the best VFX studios of all time work on it and having incredible motion capture and all that stuff. It's that the camera work feels like he's shooting a real movie. That's the difference. And I think that's it's so interesting because there's some people on YouTube who are making that kind of content, who work at production houses that make commercials, that should know what they're doing. And then you watch the videos that they make and it's just so weird. It just looks strange. Like everything's filmed too close. The camera is always like super floaty in a handheld way that doesn't feel real. It's just such a strange, it's just that it has this strangeness to it. Artistic versus technical execution. And like that's fine, but I do think there needs to be a level know-how versus know why. But that's the thing, they know why. Their jobs, their literal jobs are like the bread and butter that they do is film production. Like they shoot commercials that are on TV. They shoot commercials that are for actual companies. So it's not like they don't have technical knowledge. It's not like they don't know what they're doing on a technical filmmaking level. It's just this weird thing where I'm like, I think because it's not a physical camera, because it's that thing of like, because you can do anything, they do anything, right? And so it's like, oh, well, I can get this camera. I could put this camera really close to someone that I can't do in real life, and this and that, and I could put it anywhere. And it just looks bizarre because it doesn't feel like you're treating it with the same thought process as you would if this was a live action film, right? And I think that the best animated movies are the ones that feel like it's being really captured on a camera. You know, even like the Pixar movies and like a lot of the DreamWorks movies, like you can feel the scale of the project. They have a really good sense of scale, but it feels like it's shot in a way that you could realistically shoot it if it was live action. Prime example, How to Train Your Dragon, right? Everyone is saying it's a 1-for-1 remake or shot-for-shot remake of the animated movie. It's like, yeah, and it works because the way they made the animated movie was as if it was a real live action movie. They did those fake outtakes for that exact reason, to make it feel the feel of it. Yeah, exactly. They're missing the step of converting the concepts to motivation. Maybe they're just, I think there's an element that goes kind of hand in hand with it, where when you can shoot something in virtual production, you can shoot an entire scene of a performance in one go, right? Versus when you make a film, when you make a commercial, when you make it, whatever it might be, typically you have to shoot different angles multiple times, and then you pick the best takes that kind of cut together, right? Whereas if you're doing something with motion capture, you can capture the entire scene without ever needing to cut, right? You can get that whole thing. And so what happens is, when you're creating the performance in a live action setting, you have to think about not only what is the actor doing, but how you are capturing the action at the same time. And when it's a separated process, I think that something gets lost in that, because there's just this idea of you can always fix it in post. because the performance, you can always choose a different camera angle, right? The camera angle doesn't have the same intention as the action that's being performed, so it feels a little weird, right? That can have an impact on that too. But also, you're not picking the best take. You're not picking the best performance. Maybe you are kind of stitching together performances like of multiple takes of the same thing, but I think there's an element of that too, right? Like a film, the acting in a film can be a lot better than, let's say, like a play or a real-time movie, right? Because you can adjust the timing, you can remove the awkwardness, because if someone's waiting for the line to speak, you can cut around that, right? You can jump to the next camera angle, you can overlap with a J cut or an L cut of how the dialogue kind of pieces together, and it can flow really cohesively. But if you do it like doing virtual production, or the way that people online do virtual production, is more like a play, and so it always has this awkwardness to it that they don't cut out, that they don't cut around and remove, and they don't edit it like a real film. What they'll do is they'll do it like a video game cutscene in a way, where it's happening all in real time. Like maybe, in a cutscene they'll actually edit those things to feel more organic. But they're just like jumping between cameras and then they render out one file. They're not rendering out every single camera angle and then editing it together in like DaVinci Resolve as a film, right? And I'm not saying that that's how you should do it, but I think that's how you should kind of think about it and treat it, right? You treat it on a shot-by-shot basis and you pick and choose the best takes of that. And it's a lot more work to do that, right? Because it's not just you're capturing the footage of someone acting and then you get to watch it back in real time. You have to like bring in all the motion capture data. You have to analyze it. You have to clean it up. You might not clean it up straight away, but like you have to prep it. You have to implement it, and then you have to view it that way. It's not just it's ready to go and that's the best performance, right? And to like splice it all together can be really difficult. Like the people who make Avatar, like Weta, have talked about that, where it's like it's not easy to kind of like splice in different takes from different, you might have the intro of the action happening as take 3, and then the next bit is like take 5 or whatever it is. It's really hard to blend between those things organically and naturally and make it feel cohesive. It's not just, in the same way as like a good actor can be really consistent with a performance, that can happen in motion capture too, but it's a lot of work just to know if it's even the right take and viable, right? So there's a lot of like weirdness to it that people frankly just aren't going to put the time in to do. And I think that something does get lost in that translation, You look at even films like the Beowulf movie, right? That's probably the closest one-to-one that we've had in a long time of like a mocap animated movie, like it, or I don't think Avatar really falls in that same realm, to be honest, but like maybe it does, but like Beowulf, it kind of had that feeling of kind of shot right, but it had that uncanny valley feeling. And the thing that I would say is, I think with what we have available now with Unreal Engine, with all of the tools that we have, I think that we should be reasonably able to make something that is of similar quality to something like that Beowulf movie now. And I think that that's the problem, is it still has this YouTubiness to it, which is fine, but I think that it could be elevated. That would be my goal. I don't think I could do something as polished as like an Avatar, but I think that I would like to make something that is on par with something like Beowulf, which is not amazing, but I think that it is doable. That's what I mean, like Final Fantasy Spirits Within, that's the same style thing, right? Kind of want them to remaster it, yeah. I think it could happen. But that's what I mean, it's like, those movies are like the Love, Death, and Robots, right? With the, what's the one where it's like the time loop one with the girl, and she like sees someone killing someone, or I can't remember the name of it. But it like felt very real. It felt shot, right? It didn't just feel like an animated camera. It felt like they shot a movie and then like added stylization over the top of it. Not like Scanner Darkly style, but something in that realm. And I think that can be done. I don't think you have to be one of the like most talented artists at Bless Studios. The Witness, yes, yeah, thank you. You don't have to be that. I think that you could get relatively in the realm of that, and I think there's just a few things that need to happen with that, which is, you know, the eye of directing for a performance definitely plays a big part into that, of seeing through it, because a lot of people, again, as a VFX artist, I can attest to this. A lot of directors, ironically, don't have a creative vision when it comes to visual effects. And Unreal Engine is a tool for filmmaking, but it is still a visual effect, right? And so a lot of them can't do it. They can't look at something that is just grayscale animation and be like, yeah, this is perfect, this is this. A lot of times they're like, I need to see this finished and final before I can make the judgment and the assessment of if this is going to work and look the way I want it to work. So a lot of time gets wasted in that. And it's the same with filmmakers on YouTube or whatever it might be, is they don't have that vision of assessing the final product without seeing the final product. And so they'll go through and just pick like, oh, well, that take is pretty good. Like I didn't flub my line on that, so that's the take I go with. Not take a piece from this take, take a piece from this take, take a piece from this take, combine them together, and then, you know, and then use that as the piece that you then build the camera work around, right? There's that element of they just can't envision the final product before they see the final product. And that is a skill. That is a skill that needs to be learned. I need to learn that skill. I will put myself in that bracket too. God, so much bottlenecking happening. Think virtual production doesn't provide enough constraints? I think it provides the wrong kind of constraints. I don't know if that really explains it well enough, but I think that it provides the wrong kind of constraints. There is an element of it can do anything, and therefore it kind of lessens the quality of like what can come out of it. Jesus Christ. All right, we're gonna collect all of these up. Like, you don't have scouting for a place, there are constraints to the room, the area, you need to... Yeah, I mean... There's something to be said about shooting on location versus shooting in a set, in an environment, right? Sometimes it's just people default to the lowest common denominator on that, and so it can look really bad. People don't put as much thought into the set design. They don't put as much thought into what they're actually capturing because they think anything can just be done and thrown up, right? It's like, it is what it is. Or it can always be fixed in post. I think that it's like there's an element of things getting easier makes people lazier when it comes to making decisions. Like shooting something with intent has so much more impact than being able to shoot anything, right? Like, you know, even prime example with things like Sinners, where it's not exactly a groundbreaking story or anything like that, but there is a different feeling to something like that than some of Ryan Coogler's other films. Even like the good one, like Creed, you know? Because it's shot on film, which is very restrictive, which means that you have to be intentional with every choice that you make. You have to be intentional with the time of day that you shoot. You have to be intentional with the performances and the takes, because you only have a finite amount of film that you can use to capture those images before you run out of time, before the look is done, like breaks down. You know, there's so many more limitations versus shooting something even just digitally, where if you run out of space, you just copy things to a hard drive, wipe it, and you're good to go again, right? So then you end up in this situation where you can just shoot over and over and over again. Therefore, there's less, I don't want to say less intention per se, but there's less pressure, if that makes sense. Kind of like when there was a sloth of lazy films, when digital, kind of, yeah. It's just, again, it was that until people figured out the medium, right? And the novelty wore off. That was the thing. The novelty wore off, and then they're like, all right, okay, maybe we do actually have to make something that's better than this. Have I broken something here? Wait, what happened here? The fuck? Well, alright. I don't know what happened there. Do you remember the constraints from? Yeah, I mean, look at, like, 3D movies, for example. Remember when 3D movies came back and then it's like everything was like, whoa, like, did you stop it? So, no, I didn't. I think I must have accidentally just, like, I must have, like, overwritten a belt. Oops. Now it's just, whoop. Which I still need the iron. Fuck. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where the hell is the gray? Oh, there it is. All right. I really don't know my factory very well. Maybe I need to up production on this. Trying to think if there's something I can do to get more stuff into this. That's kind of full, but like, yeah, I need that more. This is the thing, is like, this is getting so much of it. I'm wondering if I can kind of split some of that off so that that's getting up here, you know? I guess I could get rid of that and then swap this out for a long boy. Maybe. Hi, Aqua. Alright. Drink water. Posture check. There we go. Thank you, Scott. And thank you, Aqua. How's it going? So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing with, like, 3D film, right? That happened with 3D.
Taught you how to read. It was a mistake. It should have never been given that power.
I agree. Yeah. I don't know who taught Katie how to read, but they fucked up. They fucked up. All right, I think what I want to do... So the long one is going to fuck this up a little bit. To be honest. Actually, no, I can do this. All right, we're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. Gonna get rid of you. If I do this. Okay, wait, what was the new thing I got? Yes, electric furnace. We are so back. All right. Nice. Iron plates, the irony. Alright, we'll make 5 of you. Sorry, I haven't played your message. Chaos is finally settling down. Ooh. You secured the Airbnb in Bedouin. Hell yeah, dude. Finally. That's great. That's fucking awesome. I'm so glad that, like, you've sorted something out on that. That's awesome. That's got to be a huge relief. What are you grabbing from? Wait, what was this grabbing from? How did that get in the wrong spot? Oh well. Imagine wanting to visit Burnaby. You'd love to be in Burnaby right now, Scott, okay? You'd love it. You would love it in and around your mouth so fucking hard. Okay. Don't even pretend that you wouldn't. Okay, let's okay. I know that's dumb, but don't worry about it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Wait, where's the fucking thing? Did I not just... Okay, there we go. Crisis averted. So, it is something, and yes, huge relief. Yes. Oh, you can rent from us. You can pays off Airbnb and sign a rental agreement. That's weird. Even dodge a scammer. That's insane. Pay us on Airbnb and sign a rental. No, the whole point of a Airbnb is... Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. We are the cheeky boys. Don't like that. Ah! There you go. Just casually standing in acid, no big deal. Okay, so they got smarter. Don't love it. Don't love that. Don't love that. Don't love that one bit. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need more turrets. I also need to change sample booking, book Freddy. Yeah. Stay in Vancouver or North Van. Fair enough, fair enough. Burnaby's pretty good. I don't know. North Van would be nice, but I think I would lose my mind personally. I'm just, yeah, not built for that place. Prices in North Van and outside of budget, yeah. 5K a month on insurance, dime isn't gonna float us. Yeah, that's the other problem, right? It's not just about the cost to me, like, insurance. It's how long does it last? Because if something changes on the time frame of like being able to move back in, then you're gonna run into problems, right? So you know everyone's having audio problems. Finally decided True Wise, earbuds set it 400. Holy fuck. Consistent. Nice. I'm glad that you finally figured that out. Looks like you might want to invest in some walls. What? Oh, yeah. Walls. I'll go kill the nest up north. Take land for new base. Surrey. I mean, they're already in Surrey. Yeah, walls. Does walls funnel them somewhere, or do they just attack the wall? That's the real question. That's the $437 question. Oh my god. I picked the one spot where there's a tree, really? Get out of here. They will route around a short bit of wall. But will attack if the route is too long to go around. Okay. So what's the range of this thing? Okay. So I kind of need to almost like funnel them. They also go around a wall after they get bored of attacking it. Okay, that's terrifying. That's really terrifying. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so my plan over here, if I was rudely interrupted, is... Boom. Okay. Alright. Nope. I was trying to hit number 2. There we go. Beautiful. Alright. So jank, I love it. They attack wall. Fine, I guess. Alright, well, we'll be back at making the bullets. Which is pretty good. Yeah. Alright, walls are in there. That's pretty good. So we've cleared that blockage. This is a whole shit show. This is a whole shit show. Yeah, it's really just like slowed down. That's all it is. They'll root around for a short bit. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess I need to like funnel them then. So could I technically like wall around this and then kind of try and funnel them here? Like I want to create like a fake path of least resistance, you know? So that they come close enough to this that I can actually, like, kill them, you know? That's the goal. Come on. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up. Rawhide. Anyone remember Rawhide? No? Alright, just me? Cool. Okay. Oh, gotta get rid of it. My mistake. My bad. My bad. There we go. Rawhide. Nailed it. Not really, but... Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of some of these. See? Fake. Oh, hi, Caleb. Caleb, how's the fish tank? Tell me more about the fish tank. You sent me the photos and it looks sick. Still haven't looked up your fish's heavy. I'm terrible at it. I know. I know. It's doing great. Awesome. 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 Move him up. Head him up. Head him up. Shoot him up. Get him up. Head him up. Rawhide. That's the words, right? Dude, why did they make Dial of Destiny? What a waste of, like... You know who should play Indiana Jones? Is Glenn Howard. I almost want to say Glenn Howerton, but that's not the person I'm thinking of. I don't think Dennis Reynolds. Although, would be incredibly funny to watch Dennis Reynolds play Indiana Jones. Trying to get the Ark of the Covenant because of the implication, you know? Now the bugs will go to the gun. Yeah, I want to kind of like get them to funnel here so that there's like gaps where they'll come through and then the gun will go there. And I did it this way so that it leaves an opening, but it also protects them shooting through. Maybe, but they can still get through and then they'll go to the gun. Indiana Jones property just needs to be a series. It needs to be like a national treasure in the 1930s or the the end of the 1930s-ish era, right? It doesn't work in the 60s. It doesn't work in the other time. It works in the Abbott and Costello, 1930s. That's where it needs to stay. Like the Mummy and then, that kind of era. It makes so much more sense. I don't want to see it in a more modern time. I don't think it works. Colonial yeah, I mean, is it a problematic era? Absolutely. But that kind of is what it's about. That's the era that it makes the most sense in. The undiscovered lands and the call to adventure and all that bullshit, what every dating profile in Vancouver says. Well traveled, but can't hold a fucking conversation. All that good stuff. No, I'm not bitter about it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna die alone. It's fine. Well traveled. It's just like, I don't know. The whole profile thing is just, it's silly. It's so silly. It's like, I've been to 47 countries and counting. Okay. I won't go on a coffee date or a walk date. It has to be dinner. Okay. Like, what do you want? What do you want from me? 500 countries planning my next. Yeah. Oh fuck. Just be normal. Tell me something about you. I don't care about how many stamps your passport has. I'm not a border control worker. Fuck. It's like, what do you talk about on a normal day-to-day basis? Nothing? Oh, okay. My favorites is always must have good banter, not take things too seriously, like must have a good sense of humor and all that. It's like, yeah, that's fine. And then you talk to them, they're just like, just like, I don't know, just the personality of a wet paper towel. Just like, holy fuck. Like, there was one that I matched with that was like, the whole profile was just like, oh, like, don't say hey. Like, oh, I can banter and keep up with the best of them and blah, blah, blah. Hope you can keep up with my chatting. And I'm like, all right. Like, matched with them. Started talking to them and they were like, I was like, hey, let's meet up and go for like a drink or whatever, let's just like actually meet in person. And they're like, oh, I need more than that before I'm willing to do that. And I'm like, okay. And then they were just like, oh, my friend's in town. I'll not be able to like, I'm not really going to be checking my phone for like the next 5 days. Okay. And then the show up, it's like, okay, my friend's gone. I had such a great time. Oh, I'm going camping for a week. It's like, Jesus Christ, what do you want from me? What the fuck? Like, you talk about, like, you need more from me, but you can't even, like, talk to me. It's fucking crazy. For dinner more often than they think. It's just, I don't know. It's just exhausting, man. I've been talking to someone that I really like. And I've kind of just stopped speaking to anyone else. And because I'm just like, one, I don't want to speak to, like, I don't want to speak to someone else. And also, it's just the going through the fucking motions of the 20 question bullshit. It's just like, oh my God. I don't care. That doesn't tell me anything about you. Knowing how many countries you've been to, how many times and how long are we going to have that conversation? I did know straight. Oh yeah, Scott. Oh yeah, you better be fucking lubed up and ready to go, my boy. You better get that tongue strengthened. All right. I'm gonna be yanking on it. Just absolutely cranking that hog, Scott. Getting turned out by a friend for the week, then camping. Yeah. It was just like this whole thing of like, it's just every time to like, oh, you know, needs to have a great sense of humor and good banter and all this. And then you're like, it's just like pulling fucking teeth to get any conversation out of anyone. Exactly. I've abandoned my boy. Yes. It's fucking awful, man. They want a conversation and you respond with emojis and hi, but then get mad of like, don't message me with just hi or hey. And you're like, okay, and then you read through the profile, especially on Hinge. You read on the profile and it's photos. There's nothing about them. There's no like where they're from, what they do, political, like anything. And then the prompts, they just put a fucking period. They just put a period. And don't fill anything out. And you're just like, oh, okay, but you expect me, like, what am I supposed to ask you about? Oh, well, you clearly can't have good banter. No, you've given me nothing. You have a photo of you with sunglasses on standing in a group. You have a photo of you in sunglasses and a cap standing on a mountain 50 yards away. You have another picture of you drinking a glass of wine that's covering half your face. It tells me nothing about you. It's crazy. And then they have the audacity to be like, oh, dating is just like impossible these days. It's so bad. And you're like, is it? Is it? Motherfucker Jones, hello. How you doing? Ooh, I like your emote. I like it. Is that a little puppy holding a rainbow heart? I love it. I love it. I like it a lot. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I apologize. Hi. Hello. Replied to the period prompt. Oh, I replied to one of the prompts the other week, and I was like, it was like, the thing you need to know about me is, and it was that. And I was like, oh my God, no way. That's crazy. Me too. And I'm just like, what do you... I get that I'm not what most people are looking for. That's fine. I'm just like, what do you want? What do you want from dating? You know, I've noticed as well, especially, maybe it's just the profiles that I'm being served. Maybe it's just like, whatever. And I get it to an extent of like, as we get older, I'm sure a lot of women are fed up with, I don't want to say dating children, that sounds wrong, but dating man-child, like people who don't know how to take care of themselves and everything like that. But the amount of just like the profiles I see about like needing a leader with a provider energy. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Dating is hard for them because they're making it hard. Well, it's a lot of the notion of like, I mean this in no disrespectful way. A lot of people got by based entirely on their looks throughout their 20s. And now they're in their 30s and they have not really done anything beyond that. And they think that they don't have to offer anymore. They think it's the guy's job to basically do everything and bring everything. And it's like, most guys would just rather be left the fuck alone at this point, you know? They would rather be left alone because they're like, it's just not worth the hassle. You know, oh, you want me to, like, I'm okay to pay to go on a date. I don't care about that. That's fine. I go on like 4 dates a year. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not like it's the biggest investment of my life. It's fine. And if I'm interested in the person, if we've been speaking for like a week or whatever, or a few days, and I'm like, yeah, I'm interested in you. I would like to see you. I'm okay to do that, right? I think that it's fine to put that kind of investment of time as well as whatever to kind of like move things along. That's not a great way to say it, but you know what I mean. More dates than you then? Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if I'm dating, then it's like, I'll go on like a couple of dates and then I'll be like, yeah, if it's not working, I'm like, I'm not dating for a while and I'll kind of stop. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm just kind of yapping about dating now. Most don't know what they want from a relationship. They do it because that's what they expect. Yeah. Fight for yourself, still not dead, so should count. All Microsoft trying to update at least Covenant time? Long time updates. Yes, yeah, exactly. We're switching away from the Gregorian calendar. We're gonna make our own with Blackjack. Okay, we're still not getting any of the gray research as well. I really think I'm doing a bad job. Because it's all trapped up here. Okay, there we go. Well, we've got too many iron plates going up here, which is not good. So maybe... What's a good way to do this? Maybe another splitter? I don't know. But overall, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Jones. Thank you for asking. Enjoying some factory game. And not being able to stream as much as I would like to, just because work's been busy and my audio has kind of been fucked as well for a while. And it just kind of has a little bit of a dampener of being able to stream, right? It's just like, fuck, okay, everything's broken. And you just, right now it's working, touch wood, but it keeps going in and out. So I'm going to have to sort that out. But generally speaking, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Dates for Cam at dinner. All the hookups aren't considered dates. And those are most hookup. Yeah, me. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's me hooking up constantly. Just absolute player. Definitely what I do. No, I don't care about that stuff when it comes to dating. It's like, I care more about the person, and I want to meet someone that I get along with and I enjoy spending time with before any of that stuff. I'm not in that, like, everyone is horny as fuck, it seems, all the fucking time. And that's totally fine, but that's not really what I'm looking for when I'm dating. It's like, I want to actually meet someone that I want to spend a lot of time with, and that stuff is all, like, additive later down the road. Because if I can't spend time with you and I can't have a conversation with you and I don't mesh well with you, I don't want to do that. Like the person I was seeing at the beginning of the year, I dated them, I would say, for like 3 months, but really we went on like 5, maybe 6 dates. They were just away a lot. Nothing happened though. Like, no, I wasn't intimate with them in any way, shape, or form. And I kind of held off on that myself because I was like, I just don't know if I'm sure about this person because I'm not spending any time with them. Because I'd see them once and then they'd be away in like Mexico for a couple of weeks, if not month. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this person. And I feel like that for me is like a boundary that I don't want to cross with someone unless I'm sure about them. It doesn't mean that it's going to completely work out. It's just a line in the sand for me that I just don't feel comfortable crossing in that way. Take that for what you will. You want to date someone I want to spend the rest of your life? Yeah, it's like dating with intent is good. And I think that's a part of it too, is a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm dating with intent and this and that. And it's like, okay. And then you go on a date with them and they're just like, they have no idea what they're actually after because they've not actually spent any time thinking about what they want as well. They're not sure about it or this or that. Or they're demanding something of another person that they themselves cannot provide for themselves, right? And it's like, that's the whole like provider thing. Let me be in my soft feminine era and, provider energy and be leader. And I'm like, I think that there's a thing of like, I kind of take things that people say at very face value, whether that's good or bad or whatever. I'm like, okay, so you want one of these, like, I don't want to say like alpha male bros, but that's basically what you're kind of saying with that. And usually that's not what it is. It's because they've spent their 20s dealing with man children and they want to settle down with someone who actually has their shit together. But then even if you have your shit together, it still isn't enough because they want more. And I'm like, well, you gotta like actually figure out what you want for this because you're wasting your time and my time. And also, like, if you go on like a dinner date, there's like, oh, well, I should be worth the time and investment time. It's like you've put no effort in on the personality side. You've not, like, talking to you is like getting blood from a stone. It's not fun. Just because you might be attractive doesn't mean that I'm willing to then put down $100 to take you out on a dinner date and be trapped at this dinner date for like 2 hours because it's fucking awkward with a stranger that I'm supposed to pay $100 for, whatever. And then it's like, okay, and then what? We go on another date, and that's another $100. Or I go on another first date, that's $100. It's like, I'm not willing to spend $500 a month on fucking dates. Settle down and trying to get to level 240. There you go. Yay. Goal is a goal. I mean, I've said this before. It's like, at a certain point, it's like, if I want companionship, I'll get a dog, you know? It's like, you know, not to like debase the whole thing down to that, but it's like, I would like to be with someone that I enjoy spending time with. Regardless if it's rest of my life or not or whatever, I want to be able to have a conversation with that person and have a good time with that person. I don't want to, like, the whole thing of like, oh, provider, leader, and this and that. You know what? It's fucking exhausting. It's exhausting that I have to be a supervisor, head of department, everything throughout my entire day at work, and then I have to do that on top of that in my personal relationships too, where I also have to then take care of someone else, potentially financially and emotionally and all of these things, and do all these things. It's exhausting. Like, at what point is it reciprocated as well? There's a part of that too, right? Where it's like, there needs to be a reciprocation on that point. And it doesn't happen very often. It's this thing of like, men are just kind of often seen as like, you know, not worthy of love, not allowed to like show weakness or sensitivity or anything like that. And it just kind of gets exhausting sometimes. I don't know. If they don't want coffee, they get ice cream, fuck anything more. I mean, it's a, you know, it's an investment. Not an investment in them person, but it's like, it's fucking expensive, you know? It's expensive. If all you care about is going on a dinner date and it has to be to a nice restaurant, it just tells me that the values that you have is just more focused on money than the actual person. It's like a test of, can you afford the lifestyle that I want? When it should be like, how do we kind of build a life together to afford a lifestyle we want? Not what you want. Like it feels like I'm not even part of the consideration in that, you know? Like, it doesn't matter if they're on the date with me or not. It just matters that they're going to the nice restaurant, you know? It's a weird test at the beginning of like, yeah, I don't know. Tin the bonds cheaper than coffee. There you go. Just get them. Just buy a bag of Werther's Originals and give them one from that, you know? Don't want coffee, guys. Yeah. Dinner unlocked for date 3. That's the thing, is like, yeah, most times it's like, I would like to meet the person on a walk or a coffee date, because I can actually spend time with you, get to know you, and be like, okay, yeah, I would like to take you on a real date. I think that there is so much extra pressure sometimes put onto a first date already, that I then have to, on top of that, make sure I pick a great restaurant and this and then it has to be all these things. There's so much already stressful about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a weak man. Probably. Oh no, I'm out of, how are you out of bullets? What the fuck? Uh-oh. Wait, why are you... Oh. Well, that's not good. When did these get attacked? I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to feel stuck in... I don't want to feel stuck in a situation that I then also have to pay $100 for. You know? There's also that element. I don't know. Like, the last date that the last first date that I went on with someone, it was like, we went for drinks to a nice place and everything. I'm okay to do that. That's fine. Like, it is what it is. But I'm okay to do that because I spent time actually getting to know them through messaging and speaking to them. And I was like, okay, I feel okay about this. It wasn't... That's the difference of that versus someone that I've spent 4 hours talking to, maybe. That's the difference. Gamify it, give them unlock some milestones. Ooh. Oh, I mean, the inflation on the dating stuff as well has gotten crazy too, where it's like, one of the profiles that I saw was like, must own your own house, not apartment, house. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you? What economy are you living in? Because you know what? There's a lot of boomers that I'm sure are single. You could go date those. You're looking for, like, I'm sure it exists more than I know, but you're looking for a guy in his mid-30s potentially that owns his own property and house that he. The only way you could really do that for most people is you bought it 10 years ago when you were like 25 maybe, and I'm like, okay. It's very funny. Did you finally move? I've moved. This is my new place. You've been here since I've moved. Also, hi, Salvatore. I don't know. Oh, for fuck's... Okay. This is not... Clearly, this is not working. So you're getting put into there. That's now stuck as well. All right, how do I get my... I think I gotta do this like a really stupid way. All right, let's do... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I'm trying to get the bullets to go on the left side. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Okay. And I guess I need these two as well. All right, I think I have an idea. All right, we're gonna get rid of these. There we go. No, I'm literally back to where I was. That's not what I wanted at all. Fuck. Maybe, I don't know, that might do it. Ay, 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 ay. See if that does it. Achievement earned, Cerebellum. You engage conversation and just brain cells. Yeah, but I don't pay attention. True, Salvatore, you don't. Good job, you're so cute, though. Hi, give you kisses. Daddy's money? Ugh. Imagine having a dad and money. That would be crazy. You can't have everything. You can't have everything. Jealous. Alright, can I actually put half of you in there? Alright, lab research. Okay, it doesn't even need those, it just needs the blue. I think I finally kind of got... Oh, right, okay. I was like, how am I getting them out of this one? But it's that one. That's fine. Alright. Okay, I think this kind of might work. Because it means yeah. That should work. This isn't working. Now you're not getting copper. Why are we not getting copper? How did you get here? Because it's all going into that. Alright, cool. We not producing enough copper, or? Imagine having a dad and a daddy. Oh, the dream. The dream. Sugar daddy? Fuck. How do I get a sugar daddy? I think I'm too old. This is the problem. I'm too old to get a sugar daddy, and I'm too young to be a sugar daddy. That's the... I don't want to be a sugar daddy. I think I would... I couldn't imagine. I couldn't... Like, that would just be my fucking nightmare. I don't want that. I don't want to ever be in that situation. Jeez. Okay, we're in a lot of weird bottlenecks right now. Fucking hell. Wonder if I can get more of these. All right. Maybe not. How are we low on cogs now? What the fuck? Okay. Oh, because you're stealing them all, you little Burke. Alright. Alright, we gotta get more cogs going. There we go. That'll do for now. That'll do for now. Yeah, I don't know what else to do with this. Left, right, up, down. Okay, what are you giving me? Sonic cheat codes right now? What the hell's going on? Oh, we're gonna run out of iron in this area so quick. It's crazy. How are we doing on this stuff? Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to the time. Okay. I'm gonna hit save. And I'm unfortunately gonna have to call it a stream though. I already went longer than I was supposed to. But, by 40 minutes. So I'm gonna have to call it there, unfortunately. But thank you everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry it's just like such an abrupt... This song is terrible. Get out of here. But thank you everyone for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I know I've just been yapping and complaining, but honestly, what's new? What's new? The answer is nothing. I think you know where we're all going, so shut up. Just shut your dirty mouths. But I'm going to send you over to Mop, who just started up a stream. Victoria's Strike, yeah, it really is taking... Like, I got to be really restrained with this game, because it can just... Yesterday I was going to end at like 5, and I went till 6:30. It's crazy. So, anyway, go say hi to Mop. She just started up a stream. She's still doing the intro. Not as long as mine, but, you know, we can't all be that amazing and have such a long intro that is really disappointing after. But go say hi to her. I won't be able to stream tomorrow because I have to work. There's a lot of stuff that I have to get done tomorrow and deliver. Do my mother's numbers. Look, you better send me pics or it didn't happen. I'm just gonna say, Jones. I'm just gonna say. Show me what that mouth do. Yeah, won't be able to stream tomorrow because I'll have to work and I gotta deliver stuff, so it's gonna be pretty busy. I'll try and do something in the week, but I'll let you know in Discord what the schedule is just based on what happens tomorrow. I'll try and sort the audio out in the meantime. I might try... It's a bit further away now. I might try and go up to Best Buy and see if they have anything there in the meantime, but I'm gonna look into the one that Crack linked, and I might just pull the trigger on that and see if I can find it for a reasonable price somewhere or something similar. Then maybe I'll do that. But anyway, go set them up. Have a great rest of your Sunday or Monday, wherever you are. I love you. Take care. Goodbye.